What's up everyone, Jordan back again. Now this is just going to be a little random vlog video, or vlog if you want to call it. This is just going to talk about one of my favourite genres, well in fact my favourite genre in horror. And I'm just going to tell you really how I got into horror and why I love it so much. So I'm not going to overload my channel with these or anything like that, you know, unless you guys like them. But I'll just get started basically. It's only a small little story. This isn't going to be a long video or nothing like that. So what it was, I was about 6, 7, and I was really into me films, but they were mostly like family oriented films, you know. And my mum had started letting me watch the likes of Terminator 2 and Die Hard and stuff. Nothing too extreme really. But I was in school one day, and back then there wasn't really internet and stuff. You couldn't just go on YouTube and, you know, just type in whatever you wanted and it'll come up, or like links to other films you might like or whatever. It was just like word of mouth really. And I was just in the queue for dinner one day, and these two lads in front of me were talking about this film where this man with knives for hands and a burnt face was murdering people, and I was like, so I was just like, did these films even exist? I was like, what? There's a film about people getting murdered. So I was just like, okay. So I stepped in for a close look, and it was like, yeah, in number 2, they burn him to death, and in number 3, you know, they bury his bones and all this, and I'm like, alright. And then he's like, oh yeah, do you remember when this kid gets sucked into the bed and all this blood's going on the ceiling? I'm like, what the hell is this film? And all I heard was like Freddy, this Freddy film, and I was like, oh okay. So first thing I did when I got home was, Mum, I've heard about this film, Freddy, can I watch it? And she was just like, no. And I'm like, that makes me want to watch it even more, you know. But obviously, my mum being my mum and, you know, being protective of me, I understand now what she was trying to do. It went on for like 2 years where I'd begged her if I could watch these Freddy films, and she just weren't having none of it, and it ate up at me inside. And I remember one day, my dad came back after me begging for so long, and he just said, I've got you something, son. I was like, what? And he went, go on, you can finally watch it. And I was like, what's this? And then he gave me it, and it was a VHS of A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors, and I was like, oh. Just went upstairs straight away, put it in the video player, and my mum says, Jordan, make sure you let your sister watch it with you, bearing in mind my sister's 3 years younger than me. And I was just, what? I was so mad. You know, like as a kid when you get like jealous and angry over stupid little things, I was just like, how can you let her watch that when I've been begging you for this long to bloody let me watch it? But yeah, well, I laugh about it now with my sister and stuff and my mum. I don't think my mum was I think she just weren't that bothered, to be honest. I think she just liked to tell me that I couldn't watch something to show her that she was in charge. But yeah, my dad was always like, he was really going to let me watch it, and I think he was like happy giving me it and stuff. But yeah, and then since then, my dad was sort of like, every time we go to the video shop, I'd say, will you get me a horror film? And, you know, my mum had sort of agreed. Now, nothing too extreme. She didn't want me watching like things with sexual nature and stuff in, or like The Exorcist or nothing. I mean, that came out in 99. I think she weren't having none of that. But when you think about it, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 was like tame, wasn't it? I mean, it's not really a terrifying film really. I mean, the first time when you watch it, you're a kid, you're a little bit on edge. But he came home the next week with Candyman, and I was like, oh, what's this? You know, I've never even heard of it. Candyman. So like, I go upstairs and I throw it on, and I get all snug in my bed and put Candyman on, and about half an hour in, I'm like, this is quite good, you know, a bit creepy, like. And there's this one scene where there's like a bathroom outside this like block of flats, just like this isolated bathroom. It's really dirty, and this kid's telling a story. If you've seen Candyman, you'll know what I'm talking about. And the the camera sort of walks into the door like a first person mode, and it goes into this toilet, and the kid's telling a story about this kid who'd said Candyman 5 times in the mirror. And I was like really on edge at this point, and it just goes into this portaloo, and there's this kid lying on the floor screaming in pain in a pool of blood. There's blood everywhere. I just could not believe it. I legged it down the stairs. I just would not go back into that room. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Horror films these days do not scare me at all. It's very rare that I'll get scared, but I absolutely shit myself. That was the moment where I thought, hang on, let's not just get too deep into this. There's some films that really, I could not sleep that night at all. And but as time went on, I grew to, manage my fears and stuff. And I think the next film that really scared me was the Blair Witch Project. I mean, I think that came out in 97, and that was one where you heard word of mouth before it even come out. I mean, by then, I was buying like horror magazines. There was like a monthly one that came out. I forgot what it was called. It was Shivers or something like that. And the Blair Witch. And then next minute I seen it in the video shop, and I was like, Dad, you've got to get this. And he was like, oh yeah, I've heard about this. My dad's not really into horror, but I think he wants to watch it just because of the word of mouth. And whoa, that scared the life out of me. That was a terrifying film at the time. That was one of the first like found footage films. It looked real. It was so scary, really. But I look back at it now and laugh. It's still a little bit creepy, I suppose. But yeah, since I got over my fear of Candyman, that's when it really, my love for horror grew. I mean, a few of the kids in my school had like watched all these horror films and stuff. So I was like catching up, like to Hellraiser and stuff, and for about 3 years, that's all I watched was just horror, and I love it to this day. I mean, I don't think it's as good lately. It's more like ghost films and stuff. I loved Hereditary. If you watch me top 10 of the decade, you'll know I love that. It Follows. I love the Terrifier. And getting onto that, I love slashers. I love the slasher genre. Like Halloween's and Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff. They're the ones I like really grew up watching. Now, obviously, I've got a lot of Blu-rays, as you can tell, and I pick up like all these horror films. And Nightmare on Elm Street is one of my favourite genres because of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. But yeah, for the future of this channel, I will do a lot of horror videos, and not anytime soon, but hopefully my channel will grow, and I'll like review every single one of these in a separate video, and then maybe at the end I'll do like a franchise review, ranking them. I think, how many Freddy films is there? 9, including Freddy and Jason in the remake. So I'll do them like 9, worst, 1 being the best, and I'll do it with Friday the 13th, Halloween and stuff. I mean, it won't just be horror movie franchises I do, but I would like to do these at some point because they're close to my heart. Child's Play, I watched all them recently. I ranked them on my Instagram. Really strong horror series that. But yeah, because I was intrigued by horror, it's still to this day I still am, of like films that are banned and stuff. Like when I was about 16, films like all the video nasties and all that, I was just like, oh, I have to see these now because they're like the next level. And there was an app called, well, not an app, like a program, I think it was Shazam or Kazaa or something. You could download them off that, from America and stuff. And but I used to watch them, and they weren't very good, was they? Let's be honest, most of them. But like, you can just get these now, can't you? On like Arrow releases, House of the Cemetery, that was on the video nasty list, all the special contents, and the Slayer, that's another one, 2 discs, and yeah. And I've got this one, The Last House on the Left, that was banned for a long time, and there was outrage over that. And now Arrow just do these big box sets. They're not hard to get hold of. I looked it up before. I think there's only like 8 films in the UK still banned, to be honest. But yeah, I always wanted to get into them. Like, I wanted to be like ahead of people in my school then who were like, well, not school because I'd left by then, but like my mates. They were all into horror. I wanted to be ahead of them. So have you seen this film? Oh, it's hard to get hold of and all this. But yeah, so yeah, it's basically I'll just have a lot of videos coming on horror at some point in the channel. I just don't want to do them franchises just now because I'd like, if I get more subscribers or viewers, I'd like to share it with a lot more people. As you can tell, I've got a Pennywise the Clown t-shirt on. I love Stephen King as well, and the best book I ever read was it. I read it just before the film came out, the part 1 of the remake, just to get an idea and what differences they were going to do. Best book I've ever read, ever, by a mile. But I just wanted to show this really. My fiance's sister bought me this for Christmas. I should have put it in my pick-up video, but it's a Stephen King at the movies book. And it's got every single Stephen King book in it. Every single Stephen King adaptation, from like the TV series all the way to all of his films, all the way to Doctor Sleep. So it's a brand new book, and I really just like really enjoying it. You know, look at that. Dedicated to Stephen King, this book. I'm really enjoying it. I just want to say thank you very much for that, Jessica. It's brilliant. I've added a few films to my list now from this book, like Firestarter, I've never seen that. Christine, I want to get all them on, well, some of them on Blu-ray. But yeah, that's it guys. Just a little quick insight into like why I love horror basically. Over the weekend I'm going to see The Gentleman. That's tomorrow, I'm booked in for that. And I'm going to see 1917, so hopefully I'll have them 2 up for review by the end of the weekend for you. Still working on me, how I come across on camera and stuff. I will get better. I'm learning how to edit properly and stuff. So this channel will upgrade itself as time goes on, hopefully. Oh yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed the video. I know it's just a little random thing, but give you a bit more insight into what I like and what I'm into. So yeah, I'll see you all on the next video. Subscribe if you want more. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.